everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. For today's video, I'm just going to be talking all about my experience taking a medication called Cabergoline, which is being used to treat a more than likely benign tumor I was diagnosed with in December of 2022. The tumor is known as a Pituitary Adenoma or prolactinoma, and so in this video I will be talking all about my dosage, the side effects I've experienced, as well as any tips that I have for you guys who may be taking it. If you've missed any of my tumor journey, I will have a playlist linked down below for you guys. I have an entire video all on my diagnosis, as well as a bunch of other videos that include the first few weeks of actually taking this medication and how I felt on those days. I have vlogs where I go to various appointments and stuff like that, and they will all be linked in that playlist. And if you guys have any questions in regards to this medication, definitely leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. And please remember that I am not a doctor. Everything I'm saying in this video is based off my own personal research, as well as my own personal experience. And without further ado, let's get started. Basically, I'm gonna split this video up into 3 parts. I'm gonna be giving you a timeline of me being on the medication. Then I will go on to talk about the side effects I have experienced due to the medication. And I will be ending the video with any tips that I have for you guys who may be taking this medication as well. So starting off with the timeline, I was diagnosed actually on my 28th birthday, which was December 20th of 2022. And then shortly after that, on January 5th is when I started taking the Cabergoline, and my starting dose was 0.25 milligrams twice a week for 2 weeks. Then I bumped it up to 0.5 milligrams twice a week. And after those first 4 weeks of taking the medication, I did go back in and have my prolactin levels checked, and they did start to slowly begin dropping, which meant the medication was likely doing its job. However, we will not fully know if it is doing its job until June 30th when I have my follow-up MRI. And because the side effects I experienced have been so hard on my body, my doctor said that since my prolactin levels were coming down, we could bump my dose back a bit. So from the middle of February to the middle of March, I was only on the 0.25 milligrams twice a week. After those 4 weeks of taking the lower dose, I did go in and have my blood levels checked again. And again, my prolactin had dropped a little bit more. So then my doctor decided that we could bump my dose back even more, and I am on 0.25 milligrams once a week. However, I do believe that's going to be changing because a little bit of a sneak peek into one of my videos that will be up this summer, which is a vlog of all my more recent appointments, is that I did go to the eye doctor and I actually have only 50% functional vision in my right eye, which is what I've been struggling with for quite some time now. And the eye doctor did say that we definitely need to be a little bit more aggressive with my treatment in order to not cause permanent damage. So I have literally been waiting to hear from my doctor, letting me know what we are going to do with my dosage. But for now, I am on the 0.25 milligrams once a week. And that is the general timeline of the different dosages I have been on up until this point. I did ask my doctor how long she thinks I'll be on this medication for, and she said I will likely be on this medication for a minimum of 2 years, which really stinks. Now we are going to move on to the list of side effects I have experienced due to this medication, and keep in mind that not everyone is going to experience these things, and the first 2 main ones that have probably been the worst are the nausea and dizziness. And for about the first 4 weeks, a few hours after I took the medication, it always felt like I had the spins, like if I was hungover and had too much to drink. That's like the best way I can describe it. I was dizzy, I felt like everything was spinning, I was so nauseous and wanted to throw up constantly. However, over time that has dissipated quite a bit, but when I move on to the tips, I will talk to you guys about how you can reduce that. Another side effect I've experienced is excruciating joint pain, which is very uncommon. Only about 1% of patients experience excruciating joint pain on this medication, and of course I am part of that 1%, and it's mostly in my fingers and my hands, sometimes in my elbows, and it literally feels like I have liquid nitrogen in between all my joints. It is super cold, it is just very achy, and it's very uncomfortable, and oftentimes I have a hard time opening things and grasping things, but it only lasts for about 24 to 36 hours from when I've taken my medication dosage, and then it goes away. And lastly, for side effects, this one is kind of a scary one, but I have definitely experienced word slurring and slight confusion, and I was asking others if they experienced this on the medication or if it was because of the tumor, and I definitely got a mixture of answers. Some people said it's because of the medication, some people said it's because of the tumor, but either way, it has been a little bit scary at times because I will literally slur my words, or I'll have times where I am thinking one thing and say another. I was talking to my mom about going shopping at Target the other day, and I called Target Home Depot and was talking about going and getting clothes at Home Depot, and she was like, well, you can't get clothes at Home Depot, and I literally had no clue what she was talking about. I was like, I didn't say Home Depot, I said Target, and she goes, no, you 100% said Home Depot. So I'm not entirely sure if it's because of the medication or the tumor, but it is something I've experienced. And now for the last part of this video, I will be talking all about my tips that I have for you guys when taking this medication. I have 4 of them, and the first one is to always take the medication on a full stomach. It is one of those medications that you can take on a full or empty stomach. However, if you experience nausea easily or an upset stomach easily, I highly recommend taking this medication on a full stomach. I've noticed that there is a drastic difference between when I take it before breakfast and when I take it after breakfast, so even though you do not have to take it on a full stomach, I highly recommend doing it. Another tip I have for you guys related to nausea is that if you are someone who gets nauseous taking this medication, I cannot recommend enough that you reach out to your doctor and see if you can get a prescription for Zofran, and I highly recommend specifying the Zofran ODT. If you just say Zofran, they will more than likely just give you the regular formula one where you just swallow it as a pill. However, the ODT one actually melts under your tongue and works way faster, and if you do end up getting a prescription for the Zofran, I recommend taking it about half an hour before you take your dosage of Cabergoline, and it will help a ton. The third tip that I have for you guys is to not overexert yourself or push yourself too far when taking this medication. In my opinion, this medication is pretty potent and it can take a huge toll on your body, and if you push yourself and overdo it, you're just going to make it worse. So I highly recommend taking it easy on the days that you take your medication if you are someone who experiences a ton of side effects. And the last tip I have for you guys is to stay hydrated throughout the day. And I mean this for every day, but I especially mean this on days when you have to take your dose, because water is one of the best medicines, and it is really important that you stay hydrated. If you're someone who likes really cold water, I highly recommend an insulated water bottle, and if you are someone who drinks a lot of water or wants to drink a lot of water, I cannot recommend one of the H2O Capsule Water Bottles enough. I've talked about mine here on my channel for the past year in probably 75% of my videos because I love it so much, and I actually do have a coupon code that you guys can use. If you use the coupon code Allie on the H2O Capsule website, you guys can get 10% off your order, and I will go ahead and leave a bunch of videos related to H2O capsules down below. It is a 2.2 liter water bottle. It comes with a nice sleeve so that if it sweats, it gets all absorbed in it, as well as a strap so you can carry it and take it on the go with you, and I've never been as hydrated in my life as I am on days when I have that. So that has just been my experience with taking Cabergoline so far, and I hope that this video can maybe help some of you. If you guys like this video and would like me to keep updating you guys all about my tumor journey, definitely let me know in the comments down below. While you guys are down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I upload new content regularly and would love it if you'd become part of our little family. Also be sure to hit the bell so that you are in fact notified every time I do upload a new video. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!